Hey, 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 hey. Hi, everybody.
No,
Welcome,
you
y'all.
didn't.
welcome to the
You still supposed to
live
play your
Let
intro.
Loose,
I
guys.
thought some music.
Three, two, one.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hey,
Welcome,
y'all.
everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Happy Sunday.
Happy
That
Sunday.
Why does the weekend go so fast and the
Girl,
week
please
not
don't
so
even-
much?
No, we're not going to bypass that most bamified intro that she just did. Hey, 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 hey. And then cut us off when we was like, where's the intro?
When
Then
did you
we'll go
see
into
when
the
she just
intro.
started talking and I was like, because I thought the music was gonna happen.
Right, like we've
I'm like,
discussed this before.
She's
And
trying to
she's
keep
like, hey,
us
hey, hey, fine.
So, you know what happened?
You lost your marbles.
I clicked the live first, because you click the live twice. I click
Yeah.
it first, and then my banner was hidden, so I couldn't get to the banner to click it
I've done
first.
that.
So
That little
I was-
box that's
No, you only
blocking
click
your
it once.
intro.
Yeah.
You're like,
normally
You
I
only
will.
click it once, really. You only click it once. You start your song, and then you click the live, and your song is playing, and then you're live.
No, it doesn't work that way. You click.
It does
it
actually work that way. It's just your ass click it twice.
you're getting an early start today, y'all.
It doesn't work that way. You have to click live twice in order to go live. You click it once and then you click it again and then you're live. You don't click it once to go live. You click it twice and then you go live. For somebody that's been out of the game, want to come tell somebody that been in the game. Step right off. Okay. So
You mute me again, I'm leaving.
Did she mute you?
misbehave. You can take your
I
ass
didn't
home.
know she had muted me until she just unmuted me. But you mute me again, I'm leaving. She know I'm serious.
Look, take your ass home.
I am home.
Take your ass home. All right? Okay. Because I ain't got time for
Listen,
drama
Not
today.
for your
Keep you at home.
don't
All right.
mess up in front of company. I'm not supposed to do that. Okay.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to Sunday. Let
She ain't no
loose.
sweet Ella. She ain't sweet.
We are going to let loose today, guys. And we're
Spicy
letting
with barbecue
loose
sauce.
with Nikki. You guys know her as Picky Nikki. Welcome, my dear friend. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you. So one thing is that I know a lot of people know you as Picky Nikki, and a lot of people know you as the brooch queen, but a lot of people know you as a mother and a wife. And there's so many other part of you people don't know. So are you willing to share today?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's see who's here and let's say hello because I normally like to say hello, greet people that are coming in. Today, for some reason, it was like YouTube it was like there was nobody on YouTube. Like when you go outside and there's no cars on the street.
You're like,
Did the rapture happen? Basically, that's what it looked like.
this is scary, right?
Yeah.
Did I
Like,
miss it?
When the rapture happened, you turn and you look and there's nobody. That was what happened on YouTube today. I was like, what? There's nothing going on YouTube today?
So where is everybody though? I mean, we were just talking about like graduations are happening, maybe in prom and things, but I don't know. It is kind of quiet. I mean,
It
we
is
got
quite
Pearlini and Mr. Picky made about 75 comments in the chat.
75 comments.
I don't know where everybody
Yeah,
is.
it says we have 7 people watching, so I guess it's just
They're just being quiet.
there's only 2 people in the chat and the 5 were just lurking. All right, come out wherever you are. Anyway, let's say hello to those in the chat. First of all, let's say and welcome Mr. Picky. Mwah,
Hey,
mwah.
baby.
Welcome. Yes, I got your message and you're welcome anytime. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. It says, I have a pretty good reason why you all late.
Oh, yeah, it's no.
Yeah.
I mean, I was here before time to start, but then the chattering happened, and my volume wasn't on, and I was trying to read their lips to tell me how to fix it, which was hard, right? And then I realized I just had the volume turned all the full way down, which is just typical Nikki. But I'm
No
like,
intro. Yeah, I was just saying what happened. There was a mishap with the intro. So yeah. And this is starting great. Yeah, you know how it is. I so remember Ella in the teen wig getting down. Yes, that was a fun
so
night.
funny that night.
Yes.
I loved that. Do you still
Hi,
have that?
girl. Welcome,
Nene,
welcome.
do
What
you
you
still
say?
have that wig?
Of course. Oh, you
Oh,
know
okay.
what?
I didn't
No,
know
no,
if
no,
you
no,
sold
no.
it.
No,
the
I do.
lingerie and stuff, right?
Huh?
That's when you was selling the lingerie and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's when I was selling the location.
It was.
I donated. I donate all the wigs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I get to the breast cancer awareness organization.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, bro. Welcome. Mwah, mwah. Good to
Hey,
see you, my
Nene.
Oh,
friend. I
that's
hope you're
nice.
having a great Sunday. You say what?
That's nice.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I thought why
Do you
not?
are they like local or are they worldwide? Because I have some wigs that I can donate.
Oh, they're local. They came and pick it up.
Oh, okay.
They were. You probably can search them and see if they're in your area. I think
Okay.
they're known as the. Let me see if I got.
I could probably donate some makeup too, you know.
That's nice.
And I've also been looking into like donating it like to like
Just Me
retirement
Kathy.
communities.
Just Me Kathy. I've heard her say she donated to the like the makeup and things to if you have a women's shelter like for battered women or like and it just is like a huge like a blessing and a like a luxury to them, because they can't, really.
It's, and see, here it's difficult to find them because of the gentrification that they did here. Um, so many people got put in the shelters that didn't deserve to be put in the shelter, so it's hard to donate to them when it's like they're in shelters because the government decided to take their home, not because
Oh,
they
not because of their
yeah,
yeah.
Something's at the door. Hold on. I'll be one.
Okay.
not
Hi,
because they
Rhonda
feel a hard
Resell.
time.
Good to
And then
see you.
and then their kids are running rapid in the streets because
Yeah.
so it's hard to find it here. So that's why I'm like, dang, I had that thought. I've been thinking about that a lot. Like I would love to donate like because I've been, like I said, I've been purging. And when I saw I had this tote sitting by my kitchen bar and I looked, I said, I got all these wigs and hair extensions and stuff because I do my own hair, and I had to start wearing wigs, but I just never got into it.
Yeah.
So I have new wigs, like brand new wigs that I never touched, like wore or nothing. And I was like,
Yeah, I have some
option, but
yeah.
I also I'm okay with some like because that was I bought it with my money, no business fee. That was on me. So I wouldn't mind donating it to some a cancer
Yeah, I was
clinic.
let me see because
Along with some makeup. I think that would be great too. They was to gift that to their clients and make them feel good because they're already feeling like crap and all that.
Yeah.
That's why if you saw my short, that lady, she is a two-time cancer survivor. I didn't know this about her. Something literally, she just said, "I love your shades. I love your shades." And something
Oh.
just literally told me give them to her. So I said, "Here." I gave them to her.
Oh.
And she said, "No, no, I don't." I said, "I got pairs of shades. Like, I'm starting to go through my shades. I'm starting to buy new shades and stuff." I was like, "You want them here? Let them see the world with you."
So sweet.
And she said she goes to New Mexico once a year, and she's recovering from breast cancer. She had survived it before. She in her 80s now, and she looked.
Wow.
When I saw her get out the car, I said, "Damn, she looking chic." Like, I mean, she just looked chic. Like,
Oh.
and so I was getting my car washed. We was both getting our vehicles washed, and she was just telling me that she had the operation to get her breast removed and get all the
Mm.
cancer removed, and unfortunately one cell remained behind and ended up traveling to other parts of her body. So
Oh.
now she has to go through the process
For
of
the third time.
having the surgery again, going through chemo again, and doing all that. And so she
That's
said,
a fighter, I'll tell you, to go through that
yes,
3 times. I mean,
yes, yes. So that's why I was like, you know what? Here, I didn't know this about her
yeah.
at all. She was just telling me, "I like your shade." So I said, "Here," like something, that third voice. And
Yeah.
I tell people it's a third voice. I think it's either God or
It's
angels or
God. That's,
whatever,
to me,
you
that's a
know.
God thing.
And it
That's
doesn't
like the
repeat
Holy
itself.
Spirit leading you, to
Yeah,
bless
and it
somebody.
doesn't repeat itself. It
Yeah.
doesn't repeat itself. Once it tells you one
You
time,
better
that's
do
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. And son just said, "Give them to her." So I said, "Here." And she
Oh.
said, "No, no, no." I said, "Ma'am, I got about 4 or 5 shades sitting over here. I plan to buy me some more." And I literally just brought those out because I got about 4 or 5 that I'm trying to start wearing and stuff. You like them? You have them.
That was nice.
So, yep.
Hey, Randa. Randa's on
Hello,
tonight.
Miss Save
Y'all,
here first.
let me tell y'all, Randa sells everything so dirt cheap. I don't know how she's ever gonna make a dime, but like if you list and stuff, go go to her sale because it's some deals.
Hey, Randa's
I'm
read.
just telling you.
Right. Let's see who else is here.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Welcome, welcome.
People think like,
Catherine P.
Catherine P.
You're
hey,
back.
Welcome, welcome.
We missed
She
you.
says I'm back for a
let me
couple of
explain
weeks.
something to you, Catherine.
Miss you too. Mwah. Good to see you.
I don't care how old you are. I want you to adopt me and take me when you have bring your child to work day.
Bring your child to work day.
I swear I make the time for it. I swear I will. Guys, I'm be gone for a week.
me, me too,
I gotta go to
Catherine.
work with my mom.
It might be really obvious that I'm adopted, but
Hi, Stacy May W. Mwah.
Like, for a whole week. Yeah, she works the cruise ship.
Hey,
We're going to
Stacey.
Italy. Hell yeah, I'm going. Oh my god, the pictures that she sends us. Oh, I am envious.
Well, it don't make me want to go on a cruise again, though.
I've never been on a cruise.
Once is enough for
I've
me.
I
only
don't
been
think I
on
could do it. I
one
don't think I
time,
could
but
do it. It's the thing about me feeling trapped,
yeah,
around all that water. I feel like I can't
No, no,
escape.
no, no, no. You wouldn't feel that though. I will
it's
invite
so
you to go at least
huge.
once
I don't know.
because it's like when you're in it, it doesn't feel like you're on sea. It look like you're on land because it's so massive, big.
It
You don't
is. It's
feel the
huge.
ocean.
Mm-mm.
The atmosphere inside is wow. You got restaurants, you got
Really?
shops inside. You can
Shops,
Yeah,
work.
that's what she said. She said,
hot
"Missy, let's
tubs,
go."
Let
pools.
me tell
It's
you,
Come
huge.
get
It's
me.
so
everything.
huge. You don't,
Yes, you
and then
don't feel it.
you get to get off the boat at
Catherine, save
certain
me.
times.
And
Save
then
Lydia,
me.
let me
you
tell
might
you,
really like
I
it.
I actually went out.
It's a
Because
resort.
when we went in Florida here, when you get on, you go in. That's where you go in that you don't really see anything. You just get on. So once you get inside, it's just like you're inside a house, like a
A
massive
real
house.
big house.
Yes, that's how it feels like. And
Yeah.
then when the things start moving, then you feel like, okay, you want to go on the balcony and you want to see what it's like, that's about it. But there's so much to do inside that most of the time you don't want to go outside. You got the
You
swimming
can't
pool,
even do it
everything
all.
inside.
There ain't even enough time to do all the shows, and
Really?
Yes, they
it's
got shows and everything. Yeah.
Okay, I
Hi,
didn't know it was like
Jessica.
that.
hey,
Catherine,
Jessica.
listen, Catherine, come kidnap me. Come kidnap me.
Yeah,
We,
it's like
you know what, Catherine? Would you be interested in coming on? Because I really would like to know how it is working on a cruise ship and doing all that.
that would be interesting. I actually watch a girl on YouTube. I think I told Ella that she talks about what it's like working on a cruise ship, and
Hmm.
she's like a singer, but she's like shows all her meals and this and that. I think it's interesting.
Really, I really am curious about that. I really would like to
Yeah.
know how that is, and what made you get into that, and just to find out how could you get into that life. How could you, um is it fulfilling,
Oh, well,
because
some people find it fulfilling, and if she doesn't find it, she wouldn't be doing it. She would have
Yeah,
been
no, I
like,
mean
but it's
fulfilling as
fun,
in,
hard
I don't
work.
mean fulfilling as in, I'm talking about fulfilling like with the way inflation and stuff is
it
everything. Is
said
it
it's fun, but it's hard work. Hi, Jules.
Hey,
Mwah, mwah.
Jules.
Good to see you, Jules. It's been a while.
so, Catherine, let us know. It won't be like anytime soon because we know your schedule we know you book. So it has to be when you're actually, docked for a while.
Yeah.
Book. All right, guys.
If these kids need people to work, yes, but they gotta meet my
Yeah.
salary.
Anyway, guys, thank you guys for being here. Our guest today is Picky
Hey,
Nikki,
Jules.
and I want
Hey,
to bring her up.
Jessica. Jessica, did you pimp us out, Jessica? Because I got my
I'm following you, Jules. Just say, Ella, your shirt is showing a little. Yes, showing a little.
I got
something
I got
important
lotion
going on
and
over
It's
there on the
probably a
side.
I
crime
got
show.
lotion and a glue stick.
This is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at. Jeff said Ella got something important. I'm looking at this. This is the breast cancer awareness
Oh,
site that I was looking at for donation. That's why I was looking at that. For some reason, the donation site is something's wrong. Every time I click on it, it just kicked me out. So something's wrong with the site. Because I wanted to schedule for a pickup since we're talking about donating wigs. And I do have some wigs that I got and some hair extensions and stuff like that I would like to donate.
Hi, The
I'm
Simpsons.
trying to put that together. The Simpsons Jewelry Channel. Mwah,
The
mwah.
Simpsons.
It said at least you got some to show. I got a whole lot, Jews. I got a whole lot.
I got enough for the whole world. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, you're not showing anything though. So
Y'all need to give me
Because
some.
I
'Cause
don't
ain't
need
got none.
it.
but I gave 3 pounds away. So
If
I would love to give
it's
some more.
it's going to be curtains. Like we all know, I got enough to feed the planet. Okay,
She said she wants some because she ain't got nothing.
come get it. Come and get them. Listen. These pandas, I'm willing to share them. Okay, I would share these pandas. This is why I like pandas. This is why
Just said she needs some too.
This is why I had Nikki send me pandas. You notice I had panda keychain, got a panda necklace. I was like, yes, because these are my pandas. Okay.
Guess what then? Since you're giving to Picky Nikki, Jules wants some too.
Jules says she'll take some.
She said
Don't worry. I got enough to feed the planet.
Sorry, I ain't got any more left.
Born with
I only got one to feed one person.
You know what? We're not doing this. Just said, are we having a breast fight? Uh, not at all, because I will win that 10 times.
You will win hands down. I ain't going there. She's
I will
gonna
win that
win
10
hands down.
times. We're not even. I wouldn't even fight. You can have them.
Nope,
Have
I
them.
don't want it. That's why I gave mine away. I gave mine away. I'm like, take it, Lord, please take it.
Oh my God. What is
Anyway.
the face, blue smiley face? This man, because you every time I got enough for one person. Lord, I can only imagine where that went. I can only imagine where that went.
Lord have mercy. I mean, I only have enough to cut to give to somebody if they want it. That's all.
Yeah, that's not what you. That's not how it was said.
Well,
And I'm pretty sure that's not how it was thought.
all right, Jessica
Thumbs up
pimped
for
us
Ellen and
out.
oh, hey,
Jessica
Jessica.
pimped us out.
Jessica, I got lotion. I got a glue stick, and I got balm. That's all I got. That's all I
Well,
got.
you need to slap some on because she's putting you to work now.
Yeah, I mean that's all I got. That's all I got.
You gotta slap one on that
I'm gonna have
work.
to MacGyver it and make it, and hopefully mix it up and become loose. That's all I got. That's all I got. MacGyver it. I got to step out and turn off the phone, turn it back on, and come back in and make sure that this is yeah, I figured that went left in your mind.
All right. Thanks, Jessica. Appreciate you. Okay, so today our guest is Picky Nikki. So let's bring Picky Nikki up. Let her introduce herself. Here you go, girl.
I'm so big. Can y'all be on the side at least? I feel lonely up here. I'm Picky Nikki. So am I supposed to just start talking about myself or what?
It is the way for me. I'm Picky Nikki. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
Okay, go, girl.
Okay, so I'll say how I got into reselling. So maybe somebody hasn't heard this yet. I've told
I
it a
haven't.
time or two.
I haven't heard it.
I haven't.
Oh, okay. So it's probably like 3 years ago, roughly. I was just watching YouTube. Oh, there's a
Like everybody
gnat.
else.
Yeah, like everybody. And I stumbled upon the crazy lamp lady. Have you ever seen her?
I have.
No.
Okay. All right. So she basically goes, like, almost all of her videos are her going to Goodwill and buying stuff and flipping it for a profit. So it's mainly Goodwills. Like, she's always doing Goodwills. And sometimes it'll be like flea markets or stuff like that. So, anyways, I started watching those, and for whatever reason, it just sucked me in, you know. So I had actually never been to I don't think I had ever been to a yard sale in my life before me and John got married. But his mom was like big into yard sales, and I know they bought storage units, and I think she had her own thrift store. He's in the other room, but I'm sure he's in the chat. But so, I was like 19 years old before I'd ever even been to a yard sale in my life. But I mean, we would go to yard sales and have yard sales, and but I never. Yeah, okay. So she did have her own thrift store, but so John, like, he knew a lot about this kind of thing. But I started watching The Crazy Lamp Lady, and I just enjoyed it. And I was like, well, dang, I mean, I could do that.
Dang, I can do that.
So, I just kept watching and thinking on it. And then, somewhere in that realm, I must have found an auction to watch. So when
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at the comments.
So Hey, Philly Flipper.
I get it. And say hello,
Very
gorgeous Nikki
cool.
and Missy and average looking Ella. I'll take that average looking any day. Good to see you.
She
Oh, I totally read that upside down. Okay.
so found some auctions and I was like, well, I'm just gonna start doing this. Well, so I had planned on I was like, I'm gonna sell on eBay, right? So I just thought I'm just going to buy everything that is nostalgic or collectible to any person in the world.
Oh,
So I got bought like clothes, you know, comics, baseball cards, like literally anything you can imagine anybody sell at an auction. So I bought it. So I didn't really mention this to John very much, you
yeah,
know.
because
So
you're saying in the chat, keep in mind I didn't know anything that was going on.
right. So he didn't
Oh
even know.
wow, really?
So all these boxes are like rolling on in. And, you know, there's five of us in this house. It's a small little house, modest little 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom. So we don't have a lot of spare space. So my neighbor, he's 80 years old. He's got a 2-story house all to himself. And he was like, you can just use one of my bedrooms. So I start just carting it next door, carting it next door. Well, you know,
Oh no.
before too long, yeah, I was like, I bought everything. And before long, that room was full, bottom to ceiling. And I was like,
Very
okay,
easy to do.
I'm organization is not my strong point. And I'm like,
I feel
I'm
you.
gonna have to let John in on this, you know. So I was like, I told him, you know, but until you walk into a room floor to ceiling completely full, you don't. So after he
I can
scraped
picture
his jaw
Johnny.
off the floor, I'm like, okay, so this is it. So started listing on eBay. And you know, and I'm in the auctions and I'm buying, and people know me because I'm always in there buying. So Renee from the Flippin' Flamingos reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to start doing an auction with me? And I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't really have any intention. It never even really crossed my mind, you know, to go on YouTube. Um, because I don't know. I just thought, well, I've never done that. And it just never crossed my mind. But I'm not shy by any means, you know, and I'm not afraid to get up here. So I thought, well, yeah, okay, let's do it. So me and Renee started a little show called Snipe It. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but
I do.
Hi,
okay.
hustlers. Thanks
Hey,
for coming
hustlers.
in. Hi, Samson.
So we start doing that show on Tuesdays, and then then she wanted to help me, like, you know, do something on my channel because I didn't even know I had a channel, you know, but everybody has a channel apparently. So we started rotating weeks, like we do 1 week on her channel and 1 week on my channel. And I'm trying to think, you know, Tania and Kim, it's about to get real. They started having me on like once a week. So I would sell with those guys. And then I started having a channel on my own on Saturdays, an auction.
Auctions, okay.
And, you know, and then getting invited different places and things. And it just kind of, you know. And so now eBay has a backseat to
To the
the
auction.
auctions. Yeah. So, you know, I sell with Ella all the time. And mainly, mostly just sell with Ella. And then I have my one on my channel. And sometimes I'll sell with Scooter. And, you know, people invite me. And I don't like to say no, but I stay so busy. It's hard to take on too much more.
Yeah, I know.
But, you know, you'll see me here and there and everywhere.
Everywhere.
And I really love it. You know, I feel like these guys in the chat and y'all, I mean, like, some of the best friends I've ever had, you know? Like, it's weird how you make these connections with people who are like really
Further away.
so far away from you, you know, but we all have this reselling thing in common. And um you know, so I do sell on eBay, and I was getting pretty consistent with listing. I've got close to 1,000 listings in my eBay store, and I've got a little bit in Mercari, but not a whole lot. But I do list when I have spare time, which is not much, but that's pretty much it.
Okay, I got one question, and then I'm gonna see if Missy has a question for you. My question is, you said that when you were storing stuff in your neighbor's house, I don't think Mr. Picky knew about it until you were overflowing there and you had to bring him in. I mean, when you decided to tell him, did you just say, okay, I'm gonna tell him, or just gonna show him? And what was his reaction? I know you said,
So,
I
I
mean,
mean,
did he
I,
say you got to get rid of all this one
oh
way or the
no,
other, or how did that go?
no. So, I mean, he knew a little bit because you know, packages sometimes get here on a Saturday, right? So it wasn't like a complete,
Until
you know,
he saw that house, you did tell
right.
him in the
So
beginning.
I told him before we went over there, like, it's a lot, because I knew it was gonna be a little shocking. But you know, he's always very supportive of anything, you know, that I want to do within reason. And you know, he just always supports me and encourages me, and
That's good.
you know, he's been great through all that. So it was probably a little shocking, you know, just the volume of it, but you know, he was never upset or mad, or you know, he's just always supports me. And
And we all see that. We
yeah,
all
now
see
had I spent like all our money, it, you know, could have been a problem, but
all right, Missy.
Very crafty, aren't we?
Missy, you got a question for
Enough
her?
so that you don't notice it's missing. Oh, it says Catherine P. Catherine P says you're a lucky woman,
I
Nikki.
am. I am. He's a good man. I'm
And for
blessed.
me, says reselling seems so natural for you, Nikki.
Aw,
Mhm.
thank you. That's sweet.
I don't necessarily have a question. I like that story though. um, well, I do have a question. So, how long have you been doing it now?
That is a good question. But so last summer was, I mean, I wish I knew exactly, but last summer I had my 1 year from my first like auction on YouTube. So, you know, it pops up, it tells you, or maybe Colin saw it. I don't know, but so that was, so last summer was a year since I had done the first thing on my channel. So I would say maybe, so this summer here in a month or two will be 2 years, but a little over that because I started, you know, somewhere else. So
Yeah,
I would say about 2 years.
we're almost the same. Mine's
Hmm.
going up to maybe almost 3 years. I'm gonna pass 2 years already.
Yep. But you know, it goes by
So fast.
fast because when I think about it, it's like, man, it has been 2 years. I don't know. To me, it doesn't seem like it's been that long, but
Mhm.
it has.
So how did you become the brooch queen? How did you, decided that okay, you were gonna start selling brooches and somebody naming you?
Yeah,
Actually, who even gave you that name? How did it come about?
yeah.
Hi,
I mean,
Victoria.
Well, part
how,
of that is
yeah, how
I
you go
spent
from
to
baseball cards
elementary
to brooches?
college.
Oh goodness. Well, yeah. So I mean, I did, like I said, I did buy a little of everything, but I really like jewelry. So I found Brandon. That's who John's saying we put Brandon through college. That's just a big joke because I bought so much jewelry from Brandon. So you would see me like in auctions getting all the jewelries, right? But then we'd go in a back room with Brandon and I'd be like, that, and that, you know, or he'd send me like pictures on Facebook. So I ended
Mm.
up with a lot of jewelry. Well, Tania and
It's about to get real.
Robin and them started wanted to have this competition called the Brooch Wars.
I remember that one very well.
Wow,
So
I
yeah.
remember that one very, very well.
so they had a few before I went on. I think Brandon was on it, the Treasure Hustlers, JJ,
Yeah.
Flippin' Flamingos. So, anyways, once I got on, I won all the rest of them. So they named me the Brooch Queen. So I would say that came from Tania,
Okay.
because that's that's my jewelry is my most favorite thing to sell. But I don't know what the deal was with brooches, but I just got slightly obsessed with them. And there's just so many, and there are so many different themes and things, and they're just cute. I just love jewelry.
We spent a small fortune in
You're
broken.
a
Yeah,
more
and we
guys.
did.
You're a more.
So I'll tell you this too. When you do the brooch wars, you're like, I mean, I am a tad competitive.
Tad.
A tad. So it's like, well, I must win. So I am over here like
Hi, Joyce.
sourcing brooches all over the world, So, that just ended up.
I wonder how you get them all that brooches, because during that time, I don't know if they actually did give like, hey, we're gonna have a brooch wall, like we're just gonna give you guys about a month or two, because it wasn't like that. So I guess you probably went through your stash, but because it's like, how did you have time to place an order and making sure that it gets delivered on time for that brooch wall?
Yes. So there was, so they would give us, about a month, maybe a little over a month ahead of time. They'd give us categories, like, and it was funny because I wasn't in the very first round of competition, and I helped them come up with categories. I was like, we'll do like the best bird brooch and the best this brooch. I can't even remember now, but I remember that bird was one of them. So yeah, they'd give you the categories, and you'd have roughly a month, and then you also had to make a brooch, like you had to make your own homemade brooch,
Wow.
and so yeah, you had to look at that shipping time when you were ordering. But I had so much, but I had to be sure to win also. So
Yeah.
I did get some.
Like when you went through
I was
you
waiting on
you
John to
went
call
through
me.
the order, you're like, yeah, I'll pay the extra just to get it here the next day.
Yes.
Hi,
And we're not
Tracy
talking
Cakes.
$5 brooches
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
We're not talking little bitty money brooches. We spent a lot of money on brooches.
I had this one. Oh my gosh! I wish I kept it, really, but I sold this the first giant brooch lot I ever sold was on my auction, and Just Me Kathy won it, and it was $1,000, and it was nothing but brooches. I mean, it was like the brooch mountain,
Mm.
and there was this one, and was it a sun? The Swarovski. Anyway, it was a gigantic. It was like a sun and a celestial, but it was all Swarovski crystals. It was just amazing. But I put it in that big giant lot. But sometimes I wish I had that just to still look at, because it was so.
You still had the Heidi Dowse.
Yeah, and some Heidi Dowse. I don't know if anybody knows her, but she makes some really beautiful brooches, which I have ended up putting those on eBay.
Remember when we went to that flea market, and we went to the lady in there that had actually, I think John saw it first because he was always ahead of us, and he came
Yeah.
back to tell us because this woman had this brooch wall. Remember?
Yeah, the whole booth, all the way around.
Full of brooches. I was like, yeah, Pikiniki's in her own world now.
We're just like standing there for a while, like.
Yeah, looking like.
What she had there is about 1/1000th of what Nikki has.
No, but I can make a brooch room.
Okay, so you got a question in the chat. Tracy Cake says, "Who's your favorite brooch maker?"
Probably Heidi Doss. It's Heidi, and it's Daus. If you look her up, I mean, they're definitely on the pricey side, but they're beautiful. They're so beautiful. So those are my favorite. And I have, like I said, I probably had maybe 3 or 4 of those that I bought for the Brooch Wars, and now they're most of. I think I sold one, but they're in my eBay store because they're expensive, but they're just in a category of their own, I feel like.
Okay.
But
But I
there's
just
so many beautiful unmarked brooches, and I love those too.
mm, yeah, I first fell in love with the brooches when I saw you selling brooches. I
Oh.
kind of like, yeah, I was like, wow, if I, I've always sold, because I had a kiosk, so I've always sold jewelry,
Hmm.
but I never did. A brooch was never part of the jewelry stuff when I was selling it. But then when I saw you selling it, and I saw the different types, and man, they were gorgeous.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Well, I think.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hey,
Welcome.
Susan. I think I
No,
probably for
sorry.
most of my life had this misconception that brooches were just for little old ladies, and they were little pearls with gold. But
Uh,
it's just like there's such a huge variety of.
yes. All right, Missy, you got something to ask our lady here?
Yeah. Not really to ask, but to comment of how I first encountered Nikki.
Oh, tell me.
Uh, so I was new to YouTube. And I
That's true.
think I think we was at Johnny's auction or something, bidding on something. I forget whose auction it was. And I was like Nikki, I came on YouTube as a sourcer. I was buying, you
Hmm.
know. But I always thought about using YouTube as a way to unload some of my items that wasn't really worth listing,
Yeah.
but wanted to give it a last chance to get bought before I donate it. And so I took the unfortunate shot of bidding against Nikki on something. Not I didn't know better. Okay, I didn't know better. And I don't remember what auction it was. I think I have no idea what auction it was. And both Nikki and Mr. Picky was in the chat.
Yeah, we've done that. We
So yeah, they ganged up on my
we
on
double
my
teamed you.
because I was like, again, I knew I didn't know. And so Nikki bowed out. I'm like, yes, I got it. And then Mr. Picky comes in like, no,
No, I don't think so.
Well,
my baby
it
wants it,
gets
my
to a
baby gonna
certain
get it.
point, I start feeling a little guilty. But if he knows I really want it, he'll just come in right behind
He
me.
was like, my baby wants it, my baby gonna get it. And I didn't know, I didn't put two and two together of who he was, right?
Yeah.
Until after I said, what? I buy out. I don't know what's going on here. And that's when people started, the people who with the thing, the auction we was at was like, oh yeah, when Nikki and her husband I was like,
No
oh
husband.
really? And so ever since then I said, okay, Mr. Milk gonna go up against Nikki. Then Mr. Picky is gonna come in and just shut me down. Like I'm just not gonna have a here. And so as we grew, because I also started watching Tania and Robin, and they often spoke about Nikki being the brooch queen and all that. And I was like, at first I was like, well, who is this Nikki that everybody keeps raving about? Because Nikki bit me up, and then her husband bit me. Like, I need to know who these people are. So then I found out she's on the auction with flipping flamingos to swipe it. So I pop in this, and going in, I said, oh, she's really nice. I said, no wonder her husband came in and just shut my ass down. She like bowed out and was really, she seems really nice. I'm thinking that she's just,
gimme.
Yeah, I was really nice. And I tried to buy something
Else.
and no, this time it was double Raider, but I was like, you can have it. But yeah, that was my encounter with Nikki. I was like, damn. Yeah, I met her and her husband all in one shot, like boom boom, like they let me know we ain't nothing to play with over here. If baby wants it, baby gonna get it, and that's what it's gonna be. Even if she bows out, I'm still gonna get, like, we're gonna get it. It's like, don't play with the picky Nickies at all. Don't play with the pickies or the Nickies, like none of it. So yeah, it was a lesson learned and everything.
Well, I never did bid when she's
I didn't know better. I was new. No. I learned that day though.
Angie.
Hey, Angie.
Welcome, Angie. Nothing like a good hustler, especially when it pays off in a big way.
Right?
Yes, hustlers, you're right.
Hey, Angie. I don't know why Ella just be disregarded. Please forgive her manners. Okay. Hi, Angie.
Yeah.
But
And happy belated birthday.
My hair is all up, so I can't really do it.
Happy belated birthday, Angie.
Yes. Hope you had a good day.
Yeah, she turned 25 again.
Oh, bye, Victoria. It's raining hard here.
Bye, Victoria.
Gotta go. It's lying ready back. Oh, okay, Victoria.
Said, nothing like a good hustle, especially when it pays off in big profit. Facts.
Yeah.
Victoria.
Out there, Victoria.
My hubby would deny me the pleasure because I have too much. You can never have too much.
Yeah.
You could donate it.
I have a storage unit full of too much that I need
to talk about that.
Do something with.
Yeah, you can always donate it.
I have one more locker.
I don't have anything. Ella, did your shirt arrive? I haven't really checked it yet.
Yeah.
I have to go to my post box and check and see whether it's arrived. I got this gift from Tracy Cakes, so I can't wait to wear it when I get it.
I have a cabin full.
A cabin full? Lord have mercy. Whew. No, I don't have nothing full of nothing. I try to get rid of stuff. That's what I do. So I appreciate you sharing with us your journey.
Thank you for having me and letting me tell the story.
Yeah.
So I want to know now because she's the proper one. I'm the opposite. That's why we balance out. I want to know how you and Mr. Picky met. Like, I want to know about that.
Oh.
I'm out. Bye.
We actually met at church.
Oh damn. that kills my whole little naughty vibe.
She's thinking really naughty, like you probably guys met somewhere naughty. That's what I was thinking about.
Not me.
Honestly, I thought you were gonna say they met in school or at work or something. Church was very far beyond my.
People meet in church,
Yeah, we his mom went to the same church, that my family did, and his nephew was dating my best friend.
Hi, Grandma's closet.
Hey, Grandma's.
Good to see you.
Ella, just do like this.
Tell the whole story. That's the story.
Uh-oh.
He said, tell the whole story, dear.
Come on in, John. Come on in. We know you right there next to her. Come on in.
Yeah, come on in. Sit next to your wife and tell the real story.
He's going to pick up Colin, but I'll tell you quickly.
It's me, Angie said. James and I met at a nightclub. Ah!
Ain't never. You know what? I'm trying to be like, it's me, Angie, when I grow up. Yeah. It's me, Angie literally said in one of our lives said that she would she would come and party with me. I was like, party with me? I don't party. But I do think that I would have to party with you. I would have to keep up with you.
Bye, Jeff.
Thank
Heading
you,
to church.
Clemens.
I'll see you later.
Hello, gorgeous.
Bye.
Bye, Jeff. No, these are not shades. These are actually my reading glasses that they didn't know how to tint right. So I just said, screw it, leave it. So these are my reading glasses.
Yep.
Too young for you. Ooh.
So this is what happened.
You robbed. You snatched you an uncle. Go ahead, girl.
So I was 15 and he was 20 when we met. So that wasn't agreeable to my parents, obviously. But we went on a few little dates, and I was like, I just can't do this. I feel like guilty being sneaky, because, So that was it, And I went off to college, and he found somebody else. We were both engaged to other people, basically, and then we ran
because he just wrote in the chat. He said she was planning a wedding with somebody else.
So we kind of lost touch for a minute, and I was engaged to somebody else. It was a month before the wedding. Like the pastor, the church, the flowers, the dress, the caterers, it was done, invitations, whole nine.
Wow.
And me and John like bumped into each other again, and he was just truly like legit. He was just being my friend, and like he went with me to pick out shoes to wear with my wedding dress. And the guy that I was engaged to, we had dated a long time. We went to college together. When you're in a relationship for a long time, you go through these, what I call the natural progression, and the next thing was like, well, let's get married, And, but that just was not the right match that God had for me, and I called that wedding off a month before, and me and John got married about 5 months later.
Oh, bought the shoes, thank God.
Yep. So that was yeah.
That's
nice. Grandma said she met Grandpa in a bar.
Yeah. You read that already. So hold up. So you mean to tell me, had you not bumped into him a month before your wedding, you would be married to a whole nother person?
I don't know. I probably, that I'll tell you, that was really, I have this thing that I don't like to disappoint people at all. And my parents were very financially already invested in this wedding. So I was honestly had a lot of anxiety about
overwhelmed and everything.
Everybody losing all that money and, being disappointed in me and all that, but
still wasn't invested in it. You still had this,
and the other guy, he's actually a pastor now, but
you don't go to his church, do y'all?
No.
Oh,
but I'll tell you, so how they say like opposites attract. Well, I am like real high strung, and John is very calm and peaceable, and
I don't believe that.
we have a lot in common, but we're different personality wise. Where me and the other guy that I was engaged to were like constantly butting heads and just. And I remember like my stepdad saying one night. So I went to a Christian college, and they wanted you to like take a semester off to plan your wedding. And so I was home, he was at college, and I was planning the wedding. So we're on the phone one night, and it was like every night just argue about this and that and button heads. And I remember getting off the phone, my stepdad was like, what are you going to do when you can't hang up the phone? And for whatever reason, that just hit me like, yeah, I can hang up the phone right now, but one day you're going to be in my face and I'm not going to be able to get away from you. And it was just truly like a little reality check. Like, is this what I want, for the rest of my life? Probably not,
Well, Angie said, can you see Nikki as first lady of a church?
Mr. Pinky said, and she's been chasing me ever since. 23 years. Nice. Angie says that sounds like a true soap opera story. Okay,
Yeah.
It
that's why I
kind of
want to
was.
get. Did you not see me with the water bottle? Like this is good. Like what? But
Yep.
I think
Don't
I would have
forget to
fell
hit
off
the
the
thumbs up,
stool when
guys.
she had
Hit the
said that they
thumbs
went
up.
to that they go to his church now. I would have fell completely off the stool.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh.
well,
Yeah, that is
that's
so
good.
cute. So, does Mr. Picky have plans to join you in the reselling business?
Yes, so he works he does paving and site contracting. So it's a lot of physical labor, and we live in Florida, so it's grueling during the summer
Yeah,
especially.
that's good.
Mm.
Nice.
So, as he gets older, he's just over it.
Mhm.
And yeah, so the plan is definitely one day for us to do this together, eBay and reselling and the whole, I mean, and he loves this too. He grew up yard selling and finding deals, and all that stuff. And he's constantly comping things and looking them up, and
Mhm.
he enjoys it too. So
That's
I
good.
think this is definitely top
No,
five.
that's right. He was like
Five.
winning,
Five.
winning.
Yeah,
He's like,
he says when I
no.
called, he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Hmm.
Like that whole number, and I'm like, "Yeah, I can fully see that."
Look, Nikki.
Right?
Like, oh,
Yeah,
you need me to come on?
definitely in the top five. Well, I'm glad I met you on YouTube and also met you in person, because YouTube, sometimes you meet people on YouTube, everybody's different, and you are just who you are in real life, you know, in real person. So, I think that's probably why we got really close like that. We just kind of clicked
Hmm.
straight away when we, when you meet somebody for the first time, it's like, hi, 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 and you try to be courteous and stuff like that. But it wasn't like that for us,
It wasn't awkward at
It
all.
wasn't
Like,
awkward. It looked
yeah,
like
it
we've
was just
known each
like,
other for donkey years.
yeah, it was really fun and comfortable, and it
Yeah.
was like it wasn't like something new that you don't know how to act. You know what I mean? It was just
Yeah,
always
we
been
sat on the. I
easy
remember
and
we sat on the carpet. We were going through jewelry, sorting stuff out. I'm like, "Hey, take a look at this," and you say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And it was,
yep.
it was fun. I
And
felt
Ella'd be like, "Give me that one." That's not. But it was a lot of fun. I wish we lived closer than we do, because we are in Florida, but still
4
far. How
hours
many
away.
hours?
Yeah.
Like 8? Yeah.
No, well, if you're driving, it's 4 hours. If I have to take the train, it's about 9 hours on the
Oh,
train.
yeah.
And trains don't leave here till like 1 o'clock. That means by the time I get to you, it will be actually I won't get to you. I'll get to Jacksonville or where
Yeah. So the train
Victoria
station
is.
here is it's about 30 minutes from my house
You
because
see,
we
so
live
could
out
you
in the country.
imagine being on the train for 9 hours, then have to, you know,
Yeah. That'd be a long day.
yeah, it'll be a long day. So yeah, unless you're gonna have to take a flight from, um, I don't like small airplanes, so that's why take a flight from West Palm Beach to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville International.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't like small flights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You feel too much on those. It's
feel
like,
everything. I've been on it before
uh,
from Dallas to Tulsa, I think.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
I've been on a little small one a few times too. I've been to the Dominican Republic a few times on missions trips, and I can't remember if the small plane was the plane here to Miami or Miami to the Dominican, but both times it was just it's scary when they come into the little cabin and say and rearrange you by weight. That don't feel safe, like really? Oh boy. We all about to die.
Raising my weight. What is that?
Rearrange you by weight. If like, could you stay in the middle and could you stay up front?
Yeah, like
Hey,
you're
well,
going to that
we
side.
know where I would fall at. I'd be all the way.
No, they probably wouldn't put you in the back. They want to steady the plane, so they ain't gonna put you in the back.
What you trying to say, Ella?
Well, you said you're gonna be all the way, so I was just trying to say you are not gonna be all the way in the back. It's me. Angie said Mr. Picky is a smooth operator. I can tell.
Smooth operator. Smooth operator.
I'll come get you before
He
you.
said after that moment, the race was.
And you see, Mr. Picky said he will come get me. So yeah, but you guys need to go and drive 4 hours to get here, 4 hours to get back. It was like, man, that's a long
That's
drive.
not too terrible. We're
But
gonna do it.
that's why I was explaining to Ella. I said you got to think about it. If people are used to driving, that really is not a long time.
He'll
So
drive
people
an
are
hour,
used to
an hour and a half to work in the morning, and then back. So to him, now to
Right.
me, I'm like, oh, because I don't like those long.
Mhm.
But he's all like, oh, let's take the scenic route. I'm like, no,
Right.
take the fast one. You know, but some people, you know, it don't.
I'm a little insulted by it. Thank you, Glamorous. Thank you. I'm a little insulted by it, but it's Ella. She ain't got no manners.
Glamour, she said if it was her, she would be, she know where they're gonna put her all the way in the, and I said, I don't think they're gonna put you all the way in the back. So what's insulting about that? You put yourself in the back. I'm saying no, not in the back.
I think I'm joking with you, Ella. I think she mean by the whole situation of sorting people by weight.
Oh yeah, sorting people by weight. Yeah. I just, I don't know.
But they do it. They do that. Like,
it's ridiculous why they would do that. Like, I meant,
Yeah,
if
she
the
said I
pilot
meant
moved
the
you by
pilot moved
weight.
me by
Okay.
weight. Yeah. That's why I say I'm joking with you, Ella. I'm pretty sure she meant the whole, you know. Because I'm like, what?
Yeah, Mr. Biggie guy drive a lot. Yeah, you know.
does.
Sometimes.
Yeah, see, that's what I
And
was like.
you know, sometimes even if you're working 30
probably
minutes
wouldn't do
away,
it.
but the traffic is real bad, you still, a lot of times they'll still take him.
Hi, Swampika.
Hey, Swampy.
Good to see you. Oh yeah.
That's the one good thing about working from home is you don't get stuck in traffic.
Oh my gosh, I used to hate it.
About
Especially when I have to take the bus to work, and I leave home, and then at 2 hours I'm still on the bus, and they're so uncomfortable. You know.
Yeah, a lot of people spend a big chunk of their day just commuting.
Traveling. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had to get up at 4 a.m. just to leave out of here at 6:30 just to get to work by 8.
Wow.
Golly, that's rough. That's a lot.
So you know, it's a lot. Like I loved when we was home and working from home. Like
Yeah.
it was way much better for me, and more people are doing that. I don't know why they just won't do it because
time is a big thing, and that's a lot of your life that you're spending in a car, like
for nothing, like just to get here and do what I was doing at home.
You're right. Yeah.
You know, like, and we was doing this. We did it successfully for almost 3 years. So it was like, what's the problem? But
right,
that's a whole nother conversation. I used to commute an hour each way, 6 days a week. It was awful. Plus, my boss lets me take midday naps now.
Oh. Well,
I hear that.
I just I hate being uncomfortable when I'm traveling and being hours just to get to work. It was a nightmare. I didn't like it at all. And just like Missy, I used to get up early just to try and get out there, and I'll take the bus just to beat traffic in order to get to work. You know, so my work start at 9, and sometimes I'll get to work like 1:45. But then once it's really, when traffic was lighter, I will get to work maybe like 8:30. You know? So, and then I remember this before the pandemic, this other job I was working, it was a small company. So I had to wait for the manager to come to open the door. So I'll be standing outside. So, and that's the only reason I have to leave early. I get there early and I have to wait 30 minutes for her to get there a few minutes before 9 to open the door. You know.
Well, you never know. It's funny because I've explained this to Colin many a day. Why school starts at 7:15? Why do you make us leave at 6:50? And I'm like, because you don't know what is going to be going on between here and
And
there.
yes,
you know.
a
And then
traffic.
when it is something going on, I'm like, see, you would have been late.
So, question: give us your 5 top YouTube channels.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
Don't
I
do that.
did.
Why you doing that?
Save here first. Missy Nicety Seller.
And she said, "Don't do it. Don't do it."
I was like, why you doing
Like
that?
that I watch. Like honestly,
Yeah, no, I think that it's not fair to say your top 5 channels, because if somebody should ask me that question, I don't really have a top 5 channels because
yeah. I mean, I don't really either. I feel like
I
we
watch
all
a
watch
lot
each
of people.
other so
Yeah,
much. We're just like here, there, here, there, here. you know.
yeah, I can open like 3 and tabs, and I'm watching everybody listening.
When the
Yeah.
world do you have time to watch anything? You're selling it like 5 days a week.
Yeah,
She's
that's the
multitasking.
thing.
Well,
But
Ella popped in on me and Scooter the other day while
and
she was
I was on
selling.
my auction. Yeah, you know how many people say, "Oh, Ella, aren't you supposed to be on your auction?" But I still
Right, like, that's
I
all
still find
But
time
yeah,
to go pop into
I've
other
gotten
people's
people say
auctions.
that to me too, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm in between turns. I got a second.
Ella has said that. I'm in between turns.
Yeah.
Once it's not my turn, anybody I see that is live, I go pop in. I just say a blanket hello quickly and pop out, and just like say hello, give the thumbs up, and say hi and get out. Just like that.
Yeah. So
Just to
yeah.
show
So
support.
probably honestly, my I watch soap operas, and it's let me just tell this quick disclaimer because I know people make fun of me, but so when I was little, like so little, my grandma and my aunt watched soap operas all the time. Now these I was born in 1980. Okay, these soap operas have been on since freaking 1980. Like same just over and over so
They've been
anyway,
on before you were born, girl. They've been
but
on.
they did start in the 80s truly, and so they've been on all this, so my whole life I've
And
been
you wonder
sucked in
why
the
they
deep.
keep looking younger and younger and younger.
Yes. But so every day they post them, so at some point not I started them all over. And so every day they post like 3, and I'll play them while I'm working and stuff when none of my people are on. John be like, "What you watching?" I'm like, "I'm just listening to my soap opera. I'm just listening to my soap opera."
That's why you see when I'm on, I always like to put a crime show on. If there's no crime show, then it's more of comedy, like Seinfeld. What's the other one? I was watching the Golden Girls a couple of days ago.
Uh-huh.
Even this morning too, I was watching the Golden Girls because there was nothing on. I went through Netflix, couldn't find something that I want to watch. I'm like, you know what, Netflix.
Well, to
All
me,
praise
it's like it's a little some other thing for me to listen to and
Hi,
occupy
Cap.
my mind, than just thinking about all the work that I need to do.
Yeah.
It makes it more bearable.
Hi.
Hey, Cap.
Some
I
started in the late 60s and 70s. Yes, that's true.
They go on and
was
I
on
watch
listening
and
in the
stuff
room. My
on
mom
iPad.
was an avid watcher of All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital, and dare I say, Loving. Nobody don't remember that one. That's the one that came on at 12:30. That little half an hour soap
see,
opera.
I'm
Right?
on the
All My
other
Children.
channel. I'm on the other channel
You was
soap
on
operas, which
CBS.
is The Young and the
Restless.
Restless,
Yeah.
Bold and the Beautiful. It used to be this. Listen, The Young and the Restless,
You're
12:30
okay,
to
Caps. There's
1:30.
no problem. You're
The
good.
Bold and the Beautiful, 1:30 to 2, and then it would be As the World Turns from 2 to 3, and Guiding Light from 3 to 4. Now the last 2 aren't on anymore, but the first 2 are still going.
They're still going bold and beautiful.
And see the first 3 ain't on no more. Like Loving been gone.
Yeah.
All My Children is gone.
Did you guys ever watch Days of Our Lives?
One Life to
That
Live.
I haven't ever seen that, but
That was
that's another one
NBC.
been
Oh
on
my
a
gosh, I
billion
watched
years.
Days of Our Lives like crazy.
That
Yeah.
was NBC.
Yeah.
We really wasn't into that one. But
Oh, Days of
General
Our Lives.
Hospital, ironically, is still on. But
I
used
didn't like
to-
General Hospital.
I had been stopped watching it, but I used to always stay in tune with it because my mom stayed watching it. But after she died, I couldn't even tell you what was going on with it now. So I stopped staying tuned because that was how we stayed connected or whatever. She'd come in and be like, "Girl, you need to watch this episode because today, let me tell you," I'm like, "Oh, hold on, hold on." you
All my
know,
children comes
because
on.
You
I'm
can
watching it
only
through her
talk
now.
during commercials. That's the rule. You
Mm.
got something to say. It'll be a commercial in a minute. Just hold that thought.
I tried to get into the CBS ones because my grandmother was in it. I wanted to have something, with her, but it just didn't work. And but grandma was like, "Oh, y'all dressed, y'all ready? Okay, go on outside." Oh, but it had been outside at 12:30 by the time them soaps was running around.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Don't.
And don't come running in and out either.
That was one that I used to watch a lot.
I didn't care how long we was gone, as long as we was out by 12 and wasn't back before 5.
4 or 5. Yeah.
That was a soap. I forgot the name of it. I hope I remember it. Anywhere we are, we want to make sure we're home by 7:30. We'll be running just to get home for 7:30 to make sure, because it's only on for 30 minutes. I forgot the name of it now. I don't know whether it's. I don't think it's As the World Turns.
No, that was a daytime. Now at
There
nighttime
was
they
one
had
that-
like Dallas and
Dallas too. We watched that. Dallas. Like,
Falcon Crest.
my
you know,
uncle had it
those
on
ones.
VHS. We'll put it in one after the other. Just watch that on VHS. Oh my gosh. Dallas, Not Landing. What was the other one? There was another one as well.
Falcon Crest, Dallas, Knots Landing.
Mm.
Those were I think the nighttime ones. I love me some Dallas though, I'll tell you. I've got all the Dallases on DVD.
Santa Barbara. I remember Santa Barbara too.
Yep, Santa Barbara.
Oh gosh.
Yes. Dark Shadows.
Wow.
I remember watching that series not that long ago, actually.
I remember Dark Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that one.
Well above my time. Well ahead of my time now. Like y'all talking like well ahead of my time.
Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on and letting us
Thanks for
know
having me.
your,
I appreciate
your
it. It was
loves and your
fun.
likes. Thank you. Anyway, guys, we normally go on till about 7:00. So we got about. Can you hang out on for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Missy,
What's up?
Tell us what you got going tomorrow.
Dang, you ain't want She loves doing that to me. She waits until I'm like distracted. She's like, I'm so that when she look up, it's like bam.
It's a surprise.
Yes. Okay, so guys, I am live on my channel tomorrow, 12 noon p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to unbox this massive box that is almost as tall as me. I am in the midst of, I want to say, expanding my business, so to speak. So I am sourcing from different suppliers and sourcing some different things. I want to go full blown into catering to the women. So we're going to see clothes, you're going to see accessories, and in addition to beauty and makeup, and cosmetics and all that jazz. So you're going to see me start to unbox and bring to auction a number of different things outside of just makeup. So don't ask me what's in this box. I don't even remember. And then I just got a notification that I got 3 more packages coming tomorrow from a supplier that I Jesus don't remember what it was. So if it comes in time, I'll unbox that as well. So I am just as excited to see what it is myself.
It's always
Um,
fun unboxing,
yes.
seeing what you
And
got.
I might have it where you guys can purchase as well. If not, if it's in good enough condition, I'll bring it to the auction. Because we are still having our sale tomorrow night at 6:15 p.m. Ella, 6:15.
Yeah, 6:15.
6:15 p.m. I will still be bringing makeup, so don't fret. I will still be bringing that, but I want to bring more than just makeup, but I do want to stick in the niche of um women and accessories and cutesy stuff like that. So I'll leave the general merchandise and the jewelry and stuff to Nikki and Ella because I saw some jewelry laws. I said, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
Well,
that.
we
If I was to
sell.
get it, I'll just send it to Ella. I'm not doing that.
Well, we sell anything, so you never know what myself and Pikiniki. I know Pikiniki loves jewelry. For me, I sell anything. I don't care what it is. If I could get
Thank
it,
you, Hustlers. I appreciate you.
I sell it. I'm coming through to check your
Yeah.
channel.
So,
Yes, you already saw left a comment on the page, so that's
yeah.
good.
So
It's at noon tomorrow. I hit the notification, but
yeah.
my
So
notifications are
if you
so
guys
bad.
get messed up, make sure you hit the notification and it'll alert you. Also,
I'm excited for you.
thank you. I'm excited too. And I'm also going to be bringing some new stuff tomorrow night too that you guys have no idea about. Tune in
You
to
have to
see.
come to see what it.
Yes. Even Ella don't know. Ella be trying to get the stuff out of me. I'm like, no.
When did I get some stuff out of you? I ain't getting no
I'm trying to
stuff
get
out of you.
I'm trying to get the info. I'm like, no. Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
No. Hi, Michelle. Welcome.
But yes, I am so interested to see what this box was because this was the first from this supplier. I just saw it and said, "Oh, let me see," and then I ordered something else from the supplier, and that's coming tomorrow. Now, what's coming tomorrow is what I'm really excited about. Even though I don't really know how it's gonna come, I don't know if it's gonna come in boxes or pallets. I'm kind of scared, to be honest with you, and I don't know what time it's coming. So, yeah, guys, but yeah, because I sell vintage on my platforms. The platforms I'm on, I sell vintage. Like,
Well, you
can
know
somebody
what,
tell me,
Missy is
can somebody
like
tell me who this is? I can't remember who it is.
Eeyore.
Eo?
Yeah, Eeyore.
How you spell it?
Why did I
I
say
think
Snoop?
it's E. Is it two E's?
Why did I say Snoopy for a minute?
EYORE.
I
E
said
Maybe.
Snoopy.
Yore. Okay. So thank you, Nikki, because I was like, how the hell do you spell it? Hey, so I
Those
sell
are
stuff like
cute.
this and a lot of Department 56 stuff. And then I was telling Ella I have this, which is this beautiful Mr. Christmas ornament that opens up
It's a
like that.
trinket. Oh, that's cute.
But it has some imperfections, so I might bring this to the auction. It has
That's
some, but
adorable.
you
Oh,
can't
thank
even
you
notice
so
it.
much for coming in.
Bye, Susan.
Hey, bye, Susan. Thank you
Oh,
so
bye,
much.
Susan. So it has a chip here at the top and a chip here at the top. Like you can't even really notice it.
You could take
But
a green marker and dab that
yeah,
and not.
that's what I was thinking. You could do that. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. So it has a chip there at the top and a chip there at the top, right here. I will have my nails done tomorrow. Please don't please disregard them right now.
There it is. Sandy put it. It is two E's. I wasn't sure if it was one E or two E's.
Hi, Sandy. Welcome.
Hi, Sandy.
Hope you're feeling better.
Can you guys hear it?
Yeah, I can hear.
Or it
Yes,
actually plays
that's
music.
cute.
So it's an actual Mr. Christmas one. It is vintage. So stuff like this goes on my platforms.
I list most of my vintage jewelry also.
Yeah.
I mean, I bring some up occasionally, but for the most part, I list it.
Okay, let me try that one more time. It's E Yore. And
Yes.
then I have this beautiful Tinkerbell mug.
Oh, that's so cute. Nana Tink would want that, I bet.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Tinkerbell stuff. So
So, do
um,
you get your? Are you like estate sales and yard
yeah,
or
I
like?
source from estate sales, garage sales, and all that jazz. But right now, I am sourcing from my locker.
Yeah,
Because she's got a lot of
I
them.
have put myself on punishment, and I've been on punishment for like a year. So.
I need to be on punishment.
Because I had, but and you guys, Ella, I had 3 lockers, and I cleared 2 of them.
She had two
That's
before. And
great.
she couldn't wait, and she went to go get a third one.
I had 3 lockers, and I
Mhm.
said I refused to source until because
Yeah.
I had nowhere to put stuff. I didn't want to bring anything else back into my place. I said, let me do these lockers. So my goal was to have the 3rd locker done by the time the season started this year.
Mhm.
But life started lifing,
That's
and
a big deal, though, to get two emptied. I feel
yeah,
like.
yes. So I'm trying to get that 3rd one done now. But since we don't list when we're supposed to be listing, kind of makes it a little difficult. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep that hope alive.
We haven't been listing in a long time. I listed 2 items today on Macari.
Hey,
My
that's
Macari,
something. That's good. It's been a couple
yeah.
weeks for me,
I
and
did
you
three.
can tell the difference in the drop off when you
Mhm.
ain't listing. I can.
There's been a,
Tell me about it.
I was like, okay, there was 3 items I brought to auction yesterday, didn't sell, and I kept them in the corner. I said, you know what? If I put them back on the shelf, I would not list them. So let me just leave them out. When I woke up this morning, I was like, Ella, don't forget to take pictures. So as I
Yeah.
was cleaning the house, I was like, okay, I'll take a break. I'll put one on this my table, take a picture, and list it. Go do cleaning, come back, take a break, put the second one, and that's what I did. I did.
Whatever you got to do. That's
Yeah,
good.
I
You know,
gotta
it's
start
something.
listing some of these items. Yeah, I gotta start listing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know what? I say this. I started to say it ain't gonna make me no money just sitting there.
Yeah.
No.
It sure ain't.
So that's how I try to, you know, get myself into it. But also time gets taken from me. Like I was doing well when I was home. Like I looked at my numbers when it came to tax season from what I made when I was home working and what I made when I went back to work. And literally it's like a 60% drop.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah.
I somehow I was balancing well being at home and still doing this
Yeah.
because I made more on all platforms.
Hmm.
But when I went back to work, everything just suffered. So I'm like,
Yeah.
how can I, I'm losing that extra time, you
Yeah.
know? So
And time is money. That it's so true. That is not just a saying. It is true. You
Yeah.
know.
time is the most precious thing that we have.
Yep.
People say that it's, people and stuff, and that is true. But the most precious and free thing that we have is time because we can't get it back once it's gone.
Nope.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
Gone for
And
good. Yeah.
that's the only thing that we can choose how we spend it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of times I like to choose to spend mine sleeping.
We know that. We know you.
You
We know
message
that.
Missy like, Missy, are you alive? And she'll come back like
Nikki would literally ask
6
me,
hours
"Are you
later.
breathing over there?"
She's like, I'm sleeping
Hi,
all the way.
Amethyst. Oh my gosh. I'm
Hey,
like, Nikki,
Amethyst.
you gotta understand. I have to wake up by alarm clock all week. So when Saturday and Sunday hit, I am okay.
Yep.
So yes. She was like, Missy, are you alive over there?
Let somebody know you're breathing, girl.
Yes.
I with this.
Thank
Well, my
you.
sister was in the same situation where she had to go back to work and she quit her job and got another job that lets her work from home. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm praying about it. Check out Ella playing with her background.
Hi, Jaden.
That's what
Hey,
she said.
Janet.
Very
Good
true.
to see you, Jaden.
Hi, Janet.
So don't forget tomorrow on Missy's channel. If you haven't clicked
Yes.
on the link, there is the link in the chat. Make sure you click the link. You know what? I'm gonna pin it to the top as well. So just in case, hold up. Oh,
You're having a personal summer right now.
sorry.
I said you're having a personal summer right now.
Yeah, it's getting hot. All right, so I'm pinning this. All right, I got it pinned, guy. So make sure you hit the notification so you can remember to come in the chat tomorrow at 12. It's going to be on Missy's channel and she's going to be doing this unboxing. And you never know, she might be selling stuff from the box as well tomorrow.
Might see stuff you want in that box.
Yeah, you might see stuff you want in that box. So get your mama, get your papa, get your sister, get your brothers.
I'm
Your
gonna be there. I
nieces
want to
and your
see what's in the
nephews.
box.
Yeah, that box is so big. I want to see what's in it too.
Me too. That thing almost taller than me.
Was it a blind? Was it a mystery box you bought, or did you know what you were ordering?
I had ordered it in the category, but it's returns.
Mhm.
So I'm like, oh,
That probably just means it didn't fit
yeah,
if it's closed, right? Yeah,
Right.
that's what I would think it'd be safe.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. So it's customer returns, and we're just going.
Yeah. Okay, so it could be return. It could be shelf pull.
Yeah,
You know,
Mhm.
so it could be 1, 2.
the
Nobody's
box
buying it.
look like
Left on
it's
the shelf.
been is the box.
Like overstock or something.
The box look like it's been the ringer for real. I'm like, good lord, what the hell?
Tony!
Tony!
Oh my gosh, where have you been?
Tony was out of town too.
See
She's
you,
back
Tony.
though.
I'm about to send out APB.
We got Catherine P, and then we got Tony.
Our
Welcome back,
traveling
lady.
girls.
Because I did ask Ella. I said, Ella, I ain't heard from Tony in a while.
I said she's out of town. She'll be
Yep.
back. Good to see you. Yeah, so
Good to see you. Good to see that you made it back.
yeah, click on the link. It's also pinned at the top just in case you forget. You come back and watch this later and you forgot. Just make sure you do the replay live and you will see it pinned at the top of the chat. Okay, hit the link right now. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification. You want to do all so that you can get notifications when she goes live next time or when she decides to do something else on her channel. You want to do that. So she's going to be doing unboxing tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully I'm not busy. I will do a pop on her, check in on her, make sure she's okay. And then in the evening at 6:15 we are going to be doing I'll be doing my goods. You never know, she might be still selling. She will sell makeup and probably sell stuff out of the unboxing. You never know too. So I'm
This is gonna be a selling machine tomorrow.
yeah. And then on Tuesday I will be back with Picky Nikki on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be selling. I'm still thinking, I don't know. I really wanted to do this on my own, but there's no time to do it because my palette is not here yet. The guy said the palette might come in today or Monday. And since I didn't hear from him, yesterday, sorry, since I didn't hear from him. So I'm thinking it might come in on Monday. but I still need to shift a lot of stuff in order for me to have space for this palette. And I'm thinking I don't want to order. You saw that massive big palette that I got. I'm thinking of doing
Yeah.
two instead of getting the big one and the short one. The short one last time was full of lamps, lights, floating shelves. Hopefully it's not full of those type of things because I'm still trying to shift some of the stuff. So I'm thinking of doing like a bin style auction. So people go to the bins. You're not allowed to open the stuff. You see the package, you pick the package, and that's it. You buy it for how much money. So it's gonna be cheap, but you can get the most expensive stuff in those boxes. So I'm thinking of doing something like that, and probably do like a $5, $8 and a $12 like that. So
It'll be like a mystery box for a set price. Is that what you're saying, or am I?
no,
And
it
are you
would
going
be
to
some.
show what it is?
Yeah, I would tell what it is because
Oh, okay.
when you go to the bin store and you're going through the bins and you're taking stuff out of the bins, sometimes people take stuff out of the bins and the package doesn't have anything on it. And some people still take it with them because they're hoping that it's something good inside. So, but I will be saying what's inside the box and telling the price, but I wouldn't be opening it and having time to show it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm thinking of doing, but I'm thinking, when do I get to do it? And I
yeah.
want to do it in a place where I would say, okay, what do you want? Do you want something from the $5 box or the $10, the $8 or the $12 box? And you
So
never know.
basically, that's a great idea, but you have to find the time to go through and put each thing. You know what I mean? Right. So
So
that's
that's what I'm saying. I have to do it before
yeah,
the guy calls me tomorrow and say, Ella, the pallets are in.
right. Yeah,
And
yeah,
that means because I paid now, it's like now I have to say, okay, yeah, get it delivered. I
right.
can't get it delivered right now when I still have inventory from the last
Yeah.
pallet. So I'm
Well,
trying
knowing
to.
you, you'll just stay up all night and do that. Y'all, she don't sleep. She don't sleep. I don't know.
Isn't USPS part of the federal government? So if it shuts down, you won't have any way to ship. Well, if the government defaults, we're all going to be in trouble. What's going on, Sandy?
Yeah, I don't watch the news ever. So the only news I get is what Sandy tells me.
Man, you got to
Isn't
keep
that
up with the
sad?
news.
I never watch it. It makes my mom anxious because it's all bad news. So we just stopped watching it 3 years ago. So
Oh.
so if anybody sees like that a hurricane's gonna blow Florida off the map, Ella, let me know a day in advance.
Let me tell you, I did that for Anthony because he never listens to the news. All
Yeah.
he does is just watch cooking show and
Right.
DIY and maybe one or two shows like that. Don't listen to the news. He says just everything is just sad, sad, sad. So there was a hurricane last year. It was coming direct for us, and then it moved, shifted, and went a different part. Like it was gonna hit like St. Pete, Tampa, St. Pete area. So I called him. I said, I know you don't listen to the news, but I'm just letting you know a hurricane is coming. It's coming direct to where you are. So you need to go get ready. Oh,
Right.
thank you for letting me know. Because I don't know. They don't listen to the news. So I understand, but sometimes I do try to listen to the news because um even though I live where I live and I try to pray that you know I don't stay where stuff is gonna happen and I don't have nowhere to go to. So yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we won't have an active hurricane season. Please, Lord.
Yeah, hopefully. We always pray. But the thing is that nothing happens until like October.
Right. The end of, yeah.
September, October, November. That's
Mhm.
uh-huh.
Oh, did y'all hear that?
Yes, that was a pop.
That did not feel normal.
I
It
thought
says June 1st is the deadline for federal government to pay our debt. Oh, about the debt stuff. Okay. Yeah,
what
if you don't pay, then guess what? You're gonna be owned by the Chinese.
to pay. Yeah, they're gonna increase that.
And the more they increase it, the more in debt America
I
is
mean,
gonna
I feel
be.
like
Well, they're doing something. Okay, I'm a borderline conspiracy theorist, so forgive me, but they're doing something to lower that debt in a way that is beneficial to their employees that a lot of the city governments are not liking. So, yeah, stay tuned. That has to
what?
do. You're right, like
Is
what?
it a secret? That
Aha.
seems kind of
I'm not exactly sure if it is. I just noticed
okay.
that a lot of let's just say that some of their branches, some of the governments are actually going full blown remote.
Wow.
They had started doing that in the beginning slowly, where they had some of their employees kind of sharing the workspace. But then when the pandemic happened, because at first they was relocating, so they was getting ready to get rid of a lot of the buildings in the city and relocate them to other states, and it was either you move or you
You
leave
resign.
the job. Yeah, you resign. The pandemic happened. They realized that people can do it remotely. So it's like now they're setting up a central office, like a central virtual office that a lot of the agencies will actually be it'll be their virtual office, but actually they're working at home. Their job is remote. And a lot of their agencies have already done that. And I think what they're going to do is just do away with the buildings, sell those buildings off to developers to do whatever they want with it. And that's going to be money back in their pockets. Because in some states, they don't own the land. So the developer buys the building, they still
So
have to
the overhead is the rent for the
Mm.
space and
pay.
the keeping the building up type thing. Is that what you're saying? Kind of.
Yes, but then also they sell the building, and then whoever buys the building. In some states, you can't buy the land. Like in the District of Columbia, you can't buy land.
Mm.
You can buy the building,
No,
but
you can't buy
the
the
federal
land.
government will own the land. So
Yeah.
you would have to pay for to have your building on that land. So not only are you buying the building, saying, "Oh, okay, I want to buy. I'm a developer. I'm gonna buy this building and turn it into lots."
Yeah.
Or turn it into
So you
space
can
for
own the
content.
building, but they own the land.
They own the land, so you would still end up
That don't
paying.
sound right.
Uh, you would still end up paying a monthly fee just to have that building on their land.
Huh.
She said, "Hmm."
I never heard anything like that, but
Yeah, some
that's
places the land
interesting.
belong to you can own the building, but the land don't belong to you, so you're still gonna
Right.
continue to pay taxes or pay
Yes,
uh,
exactly.
land rent. You're
Is
gonna pay
yes.
for that. Yes.
But in some places like the District of Columbia, since the District of Columbia is not a state,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a federal land
Land. Yeah.
Columbia. So if you buy that property and it's on federal ground, you would be paying federal government.
Hmm.
So I don't think the debt, if you notice the wording this year is debt ceiling as opposed to the debt, like the words that they was using in the past when it was like, oh, if they don't do this, they're going to shut down, and they shut down. This time it's debt ceiling. It's kind of not
I
as
have heard
harsh
that
of a
term.
word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as harsh of a word, right? So it's like they're doing things to kind of offset some of that debt, and it's just taking they're moving slowly, it's just taking some time. But yeah, but that's just a conspiracy theorist in me. Either way, I would love to get one of them remote jobs.
Either way.
Well,
Either
Mr.
way, she said.
Medicare has zero to do with the national. Wait a minute. Money no longer has anything backing it. This has to come to an end at some point. Well, that's just the strength of the dollar. And honestly, the government doesn't even control the nation. It's the top 10 billionaires that control it. So whatever they say is really
Go.
what goes. And a lot of them are invested in new technology. In order for that new technology to pop, places like governments and stuff need to utilize it.
Mm.
We don't really watch TV per se, but I do pay attention to what's going on when we have an active storm.
Oh, he
Mm,
It just
stays on that weather app.
all federal employees no longer have a job for however long this goes. No, not necessarily. Um, they would still have their job, and not all federal governments. So the governments that will be impacted are governments that are funded by the government. If you're federally funded, if that branch is federally funded, then yes, they will be impacted, but they will still be employed. They just won't get paid their usual pay at the same time that they usually get paid. They will be retroed that money back once the shutdown is over and everything resumes. Some government agencies are not federally funded, such as if they're funded by the public. One agency that I used to federally contract with did not get impacted by the federal government shutdown because it was funded by the public. So even though it was a federal government agency, because it's not funded through federal government money, it was not impacted. And there are other agencies that are like that as well. Not a lot of them, but a few of them. But no, no one really loses a job. They just won't get paid in their typical fashion. They won't be getting paid like they normally would get paid, like every 2 weeks or whatever, but they will get that money back retroactively once the everything resumes.
Mm.
Social Security people like me wouldn't have a check.
check to pay their bills. Wow.
I do believe y'all still get y'all check though, because a lot of times that's still done um back of the house.
Mm.
But if not, that's retro too. I'm sorry, I should have said Social Security that we pay into has nothing to do with the national debt, but yet I won't get a check to pay my
I mean,
bills.
that's scary for a lot
Fact-
of people.
Yeah,
Facts, facts. But you will get it back. You will get
that is
paid.
not what
Not
this.
having that, and the government really can't afford to have that happen right now because of the status of the way Uncle Jerome is raising these rates and inflation and everything. People have already slowed down spending. So if this happens, it really will send us into a snowball. Like it really will cause wreak havoc because people won't be able to buy. Like you're already squeezing people's pockets now, but now they really won't be able to buy because they're not getting paid.
Mhm.
So
Okay, so Sandy said that is not what they're saying, right? I'm just talking federal. Okay, she's just talking federal.
yeah, right. I'm just talking. Yeah, I know.
All right, Pikiniki, let us know where you're gonna be so we can bring this chit chat to an
Nice
end.
conversation, guys. Nice discussion.
Let loose,
I'll
yeah.
be with Ella Tuesday.
I thought you were just gonna say I'll be with Ella. That's all.
That's all. Tuesday and Thursday, and maybe with Scooter Friday, and then on my channel Saturday.
All
I
righty.
think that's it.
Okay. So I want to say thank you guys again. I want to say thank you to our guests. If you would like to be a guest on the Sunday Let Loose, you see, we let loose. We just talk about, you know, reselling what the government did or didn't do,
The weather,
the
soap
weather,
operas.
soap opera,
It's kind of a hodgepodge.
Nikki's
our
soap opera,
titties.
Nikki's soap opera wedding.
Mm.
Yeah, our titties and flights and all that we talked about today. If you'd like to be a guest, just drop me an email, saveherefirst@gmail.com.
Thank you
Next
guys for
week,
having me.
in 2 weeks' time, we'll be back, and our guest will be Victoria. So,
Yeah, do you ever keep a secret?
Victor, I had to say that because Victoria couldn't wait. Victoria is gonna be telling everybody she's gonna be on the show. So I'm like, even Pikiniki, I didn't tell her that Pikiniki was gonna be on the show. Pikiniki
didn't.
couldn't even tell anybody. She was gonna be on the show,
I wasn't sure if it was a secret, so I'm just like,
it wasn't meant to be a secret anyway. It's not really a secret. I just don't put the people's name because anything could happen and something could come up and they could change their mind that they won't be able to come on. So that's
Yeah.
why sometimes I don't put guests on there. It's just the same thing like when I do my thumbnail. Sometimes I don't really like to put people's name. If you notice when I do my auctions now, I just say guests. I don't really put their names like I normally used to. And then I do like on my community page, I will do a photo of them to say they're gonna be on, because sometimes you never know, you do all that work and then they cancel.
yeah.
So, and people are looking forward to them being there and then they're not there, and we know things happen in order for them to say sorry, I won't be able to make it. So I just try not to put people's name on the thumbnail anymore, if I have to. Yeah. So yes, so Victoria is gonna be in 2 weeks' time. We're gonna have Victoria. It's gonna be so much fun. So get ready for laugh, laugh, laugh. Make sure you oil your jaws.
Yes. Rest them ahead of time.
Yeah,
I'm taking the day off.
do some exercise. Don't worry. You take a day off. I find somebody to call.
Because Ella and Victoria together, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Now, me and Nikki together is like, we're two cancers. We're ready to take on this bull of an Aries right here. But I don't know Ella and Victoria.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna be ready to list then. I'm be like, Nikki, what are you doing? I'm listing. I'm y'all go ahead. I'm
You get
listing.
all the work done during that one.
I'm getting homework done. I'm packing orders. I'm doing
Mm. Yeah, I'll be doing that. You and Victoria can talk because I'll probably finish.
yes.
I've been dealing with Victoria on Friday already. So
And
yeah, I will just bow out, and you and Victor, you can ask Victoria all the questions.
lies.
Anyway, we just want to say thank you guys for being here, always coming here to support us. I appreciate
I
you.
don't like doing
Thank
this.
you guys. Hit that thumbs up for Ella.
Yeah, thank you for spending your Sunday with us.
Take
Hit
me
the
with
thumbs
you.
up on your way out. Anyway.
Take me with you, Catherine, please.
Anyway, thank you guys for coming. Until tomorrow at 12 on Mrs. Channel.
Catherine, where you going next?
We're out.
I don't know. John's trying to go with her, though, I think. We're all trying to go.
I want to go too. Take me with you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.